Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Cooking with JJ. When Yom Kippur is over, is final judgment passed and our fate sealed by Hashem? Find out the special significance of Hoshana Rabbah later on in this video. Be sure to stay tuned all the way through. Today is the seventh day and final day of Sukkot, and it is the last day where we enjoy a meal in the sukkah. I made this special recipe with the intention of it being symbolic between the bitter and the sweet. Today I'm going to be making a very delicious sweet potato sage scone, or scones rather, with a beautiful candied pecan topping and a flavorful melted butter that you can either drizzle on or spread on as you please. I'm really excited to get started and, of course, enjoy it in the end. So without further ado, let's head over to the kitchen and get baking! First of all, I'm roasting a couple of sweet potatoes for about 45 minutes or until they're soft. Just let them cool before you cut them open. I scored our sweet potatoes before roasting them, so we have some oozing here with some caramelization, but it's better than an explosion. Once the sweet potatoes are cool, slice them open. I'm measuring out a half cup's worth. And the rest you can snack on or enjoy for other meals. I'm going to sift 2 cups of all-purpose flour here. I'm also sifting 2 teaspoons of baking powder, a half a teaspoon of Himalayan salt, and a 1/4 teaspoon of ground nutmeg. And I've added a 1/4 cup of raw sugar. Whisk it all together. I'm measuring out a half a cup of our unsweetened non-dairy milk. And I'm adding a teaspoon of our apple cider vinegar in the mix. Stir it in. This is a vegan substitute for buttermilk. I'm measuring out a half a cup of earth balance. You want to keep it cold, so pop it in the fridge if you're not quite ready. I have some fresh sage here. I'm going to chop it up quite small. And I'll use 2 tablespoons worth. I have a heaping 1/4 cup of pecans. You're going to want to roughly chop them up. And melting 1 tablespoon of our earth balance in this sauce pot. And adding 1 tablespoon of our packed brown sugar. And 1 tablespoon of maple syrup. Whisk it all up. It's looking thick now, so we'll add in the chopped pecans. Make sure they're all coated nicely. Now that they're all coated, we're pouring them on our parchment paper. Be sure to have this parchment paper ready so you're not panicking. You want to spread them out a little bit. Of course, we'll let them cool and harden. Over in this bowl, we're adding our non-dairy milk with our apple cider vinegar mixture and our soft sweet potato. Mix it all up. Add your half cup of cold vegan butter to your dry ingredients. It's best if you can break it up into pieces. We're mixing our fresh sage with our wet ingredients here. We're cutting in our vegan butter into this flour mixture. I'm simply using a fork. We're aiming for a crumbly consistency. Add in your wet ingredients to the mix and mix it up well. Don't overmix it, just make sure it's incorporated. Today is Hoshana Rabbah, the Great Salvation. It is a second chance after Yom Kippur where the gates are temporarily open, and it gives us a chance to balance out the scales before the final divine judgment. By the end of this day, it is said that our fates are sealed for the rest of the year. On this day, we process around the bima 7 times. There's a custom from the time of the prophets to take an additional arava, a willow branch, and take that bundle and beat it on the ground 5 times. This symbolizes tempering the 5 measures of harshness. Today I'm sharing a unique recipe that embodies the challenge of the balance that we face in our lives. We may face the bitterness and the harsh, salty tears, but we must appreciate the sweetness and cherish it all the more so. May we be able to find the strength to be truly present in both the joy and the sorrow in our lives. May we be able to appreciate the blessings that exist in our everyday lives. Tomorrow is Shmini Atzeret, and we have Yizkor, a memorial prayer where we call to mind the memories of loved ones who have passed. May we also pray for a safe, speedy return of the remaining hostages and for more peace in the world. Here we have our dough on a floured surface now.
I'm going to form it into a tube here. And I'll cut it into equal pieces. A couple of inches thick should do it. Form your round circles with the dough. And add them to your parchment lined baking sheet. I'm brushing on our non-dairy milk. This is instead of any traditional egg wash. We're adding pieces of our candied pecans on top. Push them into the dough a little bit. We'll bake them for 25 minutes or until they've puffed up and they're golden brown. I'm dry toasting some additional chopped pecans. This is optional. I've melted a few tablespoons of earth balance in this sauce pot. And I'm adding 1 teaspoon of vanilla. I'm adding a tablespoon of maple syrup and a little bit of salt. And a dash of cinnamon. Our scones are golden brown and ready. After cooling on the pan for a bit, I'm letting them cool on a wire rack for 15 minutes. Now they're ready to serve. I've cut one in half and I'm drizzling on our flavorful vegan butter mixture. I'm sprinkling on our smoked sea salt and I'm adding our toasted pecans.
Here it is. I get to try it now. Our beautiful, sweet, savory, bittersweet scone. No, the texture is still good, even though I wanted it to puff up a little bit more. We had some overheating going on, so that's what happened. I'm happy with the balance of that little bitter taste. It's not too overpowering. We got the nice sweetness in the mix. Candied pecans are just amazing. The smoked sea salt is a nice touch as well, in combination with everything. So there you have it, everyone. Another delicious recipe to add to your recipe booklets. And remember, if you like this video in any way, shape, or form, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that little bell notification icon so you don't miss a single video. As we wrap up the final day of Sukkot and prepare for Shmini Atzeret and Simchat Torah and the rest of the year, may the bitterness of the sage and the sweetness of the candied pecans and sweet potato be a symbol for a beautiful, balanced, delicious year ahead for everyone. May we all try to find balance in this chaotic world. Until next time, L'chaim and Chag Sameach.